Oh, I don't know, stutter. Yeah, so CIAs are turned up, 2 new CIAs. While I was waiting for them, because it's been a few days, obviously Christmas getting out of the way, I've recapped the entire board. Well, 90-ish% of the entire board. The 22 microfarad 35 volt ones I can't replace because I ain't got any. I've run out. Most popular because they're quite popular on the Commodore 64 as well, and the 500. So yeah, I've run out of them. I'm not replacing. Didn't really need to recap it. I was just doing that because I thought, well, it might be that problem, intermittent problem, freezing up. But then afterwards, I started probing everything to find out where the problem's coming from. So like I said, I thought it was going to be one of the CIAs. So, can you see the volt? Oh, this thing's in the way. Move out of the way. Can you see it now? Yeah, you can. I'll turn it onto the volts. Now on the CIAs, odds and evens, the exact same chip. Wide, the exact same, well, sort of. Do totally 2 different things, but the exact same chip. So power it on. 4.93, 5 volts. That's on pin 21. Pin 21 there. 4.6. It's working. As you can see, if I move over a bit, but keep an eye on the when that freezes up. It just took me ages. Last night I was there about 3 hours up here, checking every voltage on every pin. Thinking, well, it can't be this high. Why would the CIA cause it to freeze up after a short period of time? We're going to find out now why. Now the chip starts to warm up. The other CIA is reasonably cold. But this CIA is not hot, but it's warm. It's not doing it now. Make a liar of me. Ah, there you go. It's gone off. Check the other one. It's on 0. Back to the first one. It's on 5 volts. 0. That took quite a while actually to power off that time. Yeah. But one of these 2 CIAs is duff. The Amiga will boot without CIA from 301. So I'm going to take that out. It won't boot from, if you take out the CIA from 300, U300, which is the even. But if we take out the odd from U301, like that, and now we put the probes back on, and power it up. Now let's see. Now normally after powering it back up after such a short time, it don't tend to boot. Or it boots, but then it freezes instantly. And so remaining on 5 volts. Check the other leg on the 301. Still running. We'll sit here all day and it'll be fine. So even though that one has kept its voltage, this one, by removing it, is not that one, keep its voltage. So I don't know if it's this one, 301, 300 odds, or the 301 even. But when I swap them around, I just get a black screen completely. So one of them is duff. So I wonder if it's that one, because that one warms up 300 and 301 doesn't. See, still running, absolutely fine. Yeah. I'm sure the 301 is the one that drives floppy and everything. So I'm going to put in one of the new CIAs So that's our duff one. I'm just going to put a white dot on it so I know which one I've took out. So let's just put a little white dot. I can wipe it off with a IPA afterwards if it's fine, but I'll just mark so I don't use it again. Just make sure that I have got the right ones. Like that. And power it up. Then I'll voltmeter back on. And check pin 21 again. Now we'll wait for U300 to warm up like the other one would. The 301 was stone cold. Even though it had 5 volts going into it. Well, not stone cold, but liquid warm. 3 hours with a probe trying to find out what the hell was going on last night. I thought, well, if these two CIAs do turn on, I don't want to stick them in and blow them one up straight away. And then I'll only have one to try and repair it with. So I just sat here, like I said, hours and hours, just listening to music and probing everything's powering it off, powering it back on. Fine, absolutely fine. Yeah. Job done. I was cursing that because that was a new one on me, that fault. I might have seen CIA go before, but I never had to do that. Right, hang on. Right, so it's been, what is that? Oh, it's that. I can't move out of the way. It's been running for about half an hour. It's ticking over quite happily. First, let's just test the voltages, because it could be get out the power brick. Right, so the 4 yellows are all 5 volt. 5 volt. 5 volt. 5 volt. 5 volt. The orange one is your, well, 4 blues, your ground. Oh. And then the orange one is your 12 volt, your plus 12, there. Your red one is your minus 12. Mine's minus 14, but it's fine. Your green one is 5 volt. Yeah. The white one is your minus 5 volt. Yeah. And then the brown one is your tick, which is normally about 2 volts, 2.5 volts. That's your tick. You need that on these. So everything's fine from the power pack, which I'm glad of, because my next step was to just completely gut the power pack out and recap it, which I didn't want to do because I don't like playing with power packs. So the decision is just go for it and plug in the GoTek. Oh well. I can only break it twice, can't I? Where's the ribbon? Oh. So what, if it's working on here, why ain't it working on the 600 then? Mind you, I probably know why. I've just realised the 600 capacitors are all knackered, aren't they? If anybody saw the short posted the other day, the 600, I got Amiga 600 turned up, rattling in the box. I'm like, oh God, what's that? I haven't it up and it's capacitor just flying around in there. Yeah, completely corroded off the board by itself. So I've ordered, well, I replaced some of the caps, but I didn't have the full kit, so I didn't replace them. I lined them up to replace them, but I didn't have the full kit, so in the end I thought I'll just buy a full kit and do it that way. Test all, so I'm just going to run the memory through. It's 1 meg, it's a 1 meg board because it's Rev 6. Rev 6 and above, I have 1 meg. Anything lower, I have half meg. I don't know why I have to think what half of 1 meg was. Jesus. So round 2. All that faffing about for that. Mind you, I couldn't have ordered one. I couldn't have ordered one anyway because Christmas period. But like I said, it's the day after Boxing Day now, whatever day they call that. Thank fuck it's over day. I don't know. 4th round, coming on to its 5th round, no problem. So, if I put in a game, anyway, what I'm going to do is make the GoTek the master and the floppy slave, install the GoTek into it. Now I know it's working. I don't want instructions. And I don't know what to do with that hard drive card, because the hard drive, obviously, I mean, it's original hard drive, so yeah, I think it's 40 meg. So I might keep that out, put the accelerator card in here, and leave it at that. Oh, I ain't got my speakers plugged in, that's why I can't hear it. I don't think that's the right card for it anyway, but we'll put it in anyway, just in case. Yeah, finally. Yeah. Bugger me. This power lead is too frigging short. It needs to be another 3 inches, 4 inches longer. There you go. Sweet. Yeah. Now I have to do a short and post it up to let people know I've fixed it. Right, next day. So now everything's working. What I'm going to do is add a secondary floppy drive. So I've got the GoTek here. Now I want to add my floppy drive to it. On the back you've got a little jumper pin. I can't bloody see the friggin' thing. Down here there's a little jumper pin. So it's set on the right. You need to move it to the left if you're looking at it from the back way, if you get me. There's a secondary drive. So this will tell this that it's no longer DF0, it's a DF1. I can't count. I don't know who said DF3. Because the GoTek is DF0. The other thing with the 2000 board, you have to set jumper next to the floppy adapter here. There's a little jumper, it's J301. Yeah, J301. Now you have to set that. But unfortunately, I ain't got any jumpers. Well, I've got jumpers, but not a jumper. So I've got a bit of DuPont, female to female. I'm just going to loop it, and it's only temporary. It might end up being permanent because I ain't got a jumper. I'll just plug that into that, power that up. I'm sure hear this ticking. The GoTek's lit up. There we go. Yeah, it's ticking. If I put the GoTek in, well, the USB into the GoTek, base jump, it should come up on screen, which you can't see. Let's, can you see just here? Yeah, you can see base jump. So that's on GoTek. So get a floppy, workbench 1.3. Stick that in the floppy disk, floppy drive. Yeah, there we go. So the floppy drive's working and the GoTek's working. So let's just open the floppy. There we go. Oh. You almost loaded it. Oh. I would pick a dodgy disc. Read it, you moron. Right. Anyway, now we'll open the GoTek, well, base jumper. There we go. Sweet. It's got workbench 1.3 and base jumper. Exactly. Somebody asked me last night on one of the shorts, Coolmaster, a if I had some slots missing on the board. The answer is yes, but no. This is the way it's supposed to be. So you have 2 8-bits, 2 16-bits, and then 5 Zorros. You can add on to this, make these 2 16-bits as well. But there's no point, because to use these you need a bridge board. And nobody really uses them really. These are the main ones, just your Zorros. These are for when you want to turn it into like a PC emulator or something like that, I think. Oh, yeah. Obviously that one there is pointing to this frigging camera. That one there is for your processor. So you can have it up here rather than your 1688. And that one over there is for the video. But it's not like graphics, you can't put a graphics card in, it's not like a PC. It's for flicker fixer, stuff like that. It's not for graphics cards. So that's your Buster, which obviously does all your bus, hence the name Buster. Trying to think where else I need to do. Wire off. So what I'll do with this wire is, because I ain't got any jumpers, I'm going to trim the wire down a bit and just connect it, solder it together. Right, so there it is, just 2 male headers, wire together, bit of insulation tape. That's my jumper. Job's a kipper. Yeah, I think that's about it, really. Apart from building it back up together. I don't know what to do about the 2091 card. I mean, the reason this is a 2000 HD is because it's got hard drive, which is on the 2091 card. But technically, the accelerator's got hard drive, so it's still a HD. I might give that a service and stuff, and I don't know whether to just flog it on as it is, or put it back in this, which doesn't really do anything. I'm just waiting for some cotton buds to turn up, so I can give it a little bit more of a clean, and then probably put it in its case. I think that's all the job's done. Take that faceplate and transfer those holes onto that faceplate. So the GoTek is in there. Just clean it up. And yeah, no, I could just put that straight in, but it's black. I ain't trying to match that paint, so I may as well use this blank as a front faceplate for the GoTek. And plus, it doesn't need the push buttons anymore because you've got the dark rotary dial. So you don't need the push buttons. So I might get rid of them. The other thing I did want to do really, but it's not going to work, is, so you see the LEDs, see that middle one, the amber, that's the activity for your hard drive. And when it's in, it's facing down, you can't see it. And plus this will be in a case, so you ain't going to see it no matter which way it was. I was going to put a wire, connect 2 jumpers on here so I can put that through to the case activity light, but these only kick out 1.2 volts, and I think those LEDs over there are 3 volts, so that's not going to do anything. What I've done, I took the GoTek apart, took the case off, just been downstairs with the Dremel, the front faceplate off. I kept the front faceplate because I want that as a template, so this will be eventually glued into that spare faceplate off the 2000. And I'll glue that on there so it's permanent on there. With the faceplate, I'm going to use it as a template to mark out for the OLED, USB, the power LED and the rotary switch. The 2 push button switches I'm not going to bother about because you won't need them once you've got the rotary. Yeah, the only problem is the rotary is black. Yeah. Might stand out like a sore thumb, but never mind. Yeah, so now I've just got to mark all the holes and that, and then go back downstairs and Dremel out. I'll bring you back when I've done that bit, because I ain't showing you that, it's just drilling holes. After 2 minutes, but 2 hours, yeah. So OLED, USB, LED, and rotary. Oh, and copyright strike if I leave that plain. Yeah. So now we can put it back in. Well, put it back in. So as you can see, the frame sits nicely inside on the ledge, so it's somewhere to glue nicely. But if we get it in, get the old LED in as well. How's that? Oh, the screen's not straight. Well, I've got to fix that anyway eventually. But I won't do the screen till the very end after I've connected it, so I can line the screen up. But you get the idea. Ignore the screen because, like I just said, there you go. So you've got rotary, LED, USB, OLED. So 0 push buttons. All I did was just cut the push buttons off. Didn't need to desolder them or anything. Sweet. Like I said, the rotary dial is black. Well, I ain't that fussed. Well, I probably am. It'll get the better of me, but I'll try and ignore it for now. So now I'll just go glue this tray in and then seat it in the floppy tray for the 2000. Line it up with the other one. I've got to, dang it, I've got to make a riser slightly to rise it off, like they had on standoffs for the floppy drives. Yeah, this will need one as well, but I ain't got standoffs that big. Fucking hell. One thing and another. There you go. Sweet. It won't be screwed into the case because obviously it's going to be attached to the plate, so these won't be used. So I might chop them off anyway to stop anybody in the future trying to screw it into the case, because you take the case off, you yank that off, and out goes the GoTek with everything. Right, let's see if it works. Make sure I've got everything plugged in. Crack in the corner. There you go. Nice. Wait for that to be and stick the SD card in. SD. USB. And you should register, which it has. I've just seen it pop up. I don't know why I'm putting on there. It's just that's why I'm putting on the phone. It's been a long day. Yeah. Sweet. Right, you're on hand cam at the minute. So last night I rage quit. 2 hours I've been trying to line this up. Look, I know it's not big, not a big problem, but my OCD's kicked in and that's irritating the crap out of me. That needs to come off and cleaned up. Hopefully I can clean that off to get it to this colour again. It's not far off, but it is yellowed. But yeah, that, there's a little lip just there. Literally about 3mm. Well, probably not even that, probably about 2mm. But it's enough to irritate the heck out of me. Dang it. I need to go see a shrink about my OCD. So since I stopped the camera and just started just then, an hour, well, just over an hour. I've tried everything, but I've got there. I've had to use wood screws. Of all the bloody things to use, I mean, screws are screws, but wood screws. Pet hate. But I didn't have the right screws for it. And the only screws that would fit perfectly were wood screws. So now, oh, casting a shadow. So now it fits. So no big ledge now. Yeah, Jesus. I need to get this OCD sorted. Right, next thing is take this faceplate off. See if I can clean it up, get it to this colour. you go. That's more of a match. Right, the only thing I've got left is a couple of nicks up here. I have to match to this somehow, and I might order a new label for that. But if I order a new label for that, I'd have to order a new label for that. So what I've been doing is colour matching the paints, all the rusty spots. I've cleaned them up and I've given them a coat of paint best I can match. But you can see there's one there, there's one there, and there's one there that I've just treated. So after they're dried, just going over it with a 2000 grit to pick up this paint, and it'll tack to that one, the original, and then makes it disappear. There is one there. If I can, you can probably just see it, but yeah, it's a lot better than rust. But you can see the ones I haven't treated yet. So if I treat, say, that one there, so you can see that, it's just very lightly, not doing anything, putting any pressure on, just letting the sandpaper do it. Like that. So now it's gone. Well, it's not completely gone, but it's gone. I have to make sure, see, that's tacky, that one. I can't do that one. I have to make sure they're dry first. That one's definitely tacky, I know that because I've only just done that. So I'll leave these to set, and then I'll come back up and finish the rest. They were the two first. I did because I was sampling, testing it. What I could do afterwards is give it a clear coat, just protect it all again. Right, been at this a while. So the CF card which turned up, I made an image of it, well, the SD card. That took a hot minute. The SD card, which I ordered off of eBay because I didn't have a Windows PC. I'd probably been quicker going to Cash Verters and just buying a second-hand laptop for like 100 quid with Windows on it and creating my own. Yeah. So I've copied an image of this using Bendeletcher, that program, Blender Etcher, and I've copied it onto a CF as well. So this is the CF card which is in it, not the SD. This is the original. I don't know what the guy did when he made this, but he didn't watch my teaching video on how to make one. It's a 4 gig card. So he's made 3 partitions, one for system or workbench, and then 2 other partitions, which is games and games 1. One of those partitions is, now bear in mind, you can make it up to 2 gigs each partition, but because it's only a 4 gig card, he's got 3 partitions to make, so he can't do that. What you normally do is like do one partition where you're going to put all your games. It's like 1,999 megs, which is 1 meg short. The other partition you make about 1,800, and then the last partition you can take the remainder, which is about 200. That would be a workbench, that 200 or system. The 1,800 would be your programs and stuff like that, and then the big one, the 1,999, would be your games folder. He didn't do any of that. So because he's made one partition 1,700, another partition 1,300, a workbench or system 50 megs, he hasn't used the 4 gigs, so he's still nearly a gig short. So the games he's installed on them, 0 to D are on 1 games, and then E to Z is on games 1. So when you go to assign them, another thing, when it turned up, it wasn't assigned. None of the games, none of the demos hadn't been assigned or anything, hadn't been sorted out. I know why, because he didn't fit all the games into one partition, so he's got half of the games in one partition and some of the other games in the other partition. So if you assign them, it'll only detect whichever one you're pointing to. You can't point to both, if you get me. So you can't assign the A games to games, which is DH1, and then do another line, assign A games to games 1, which is DH2, because it won't do it. It'll just load the first one, which is DH1. It'll ignore DH2. God, that took a fucking while to tell. So what I'm doing, I've been going through them all, deleting all the games I wouldn't play or I don't think people would be interested in playing. Football, yawn. Cricket, yawner. What was your one? F1. I like F1, but not on the Amiga. All the sports games and stuff like that, I'm just getting rid of them. And some of the games which most people wouldn't play anyway, which are complete crap, like strip poker. Well, some of you might play strip poker when the wife's in bed, but... So I've transferred, as you can see, games. I'm in B at the minute. So I've transferred B file across to games 1, because in games 1 I've deleted a load of games out of E, F and G, and I've only got 12 megabytes left in games 1. So that means I've got to go back into games 1. This is Dopus, by the way. Dopus. Yeah, it is Dopus. I'm thinking Opus. Now I've got to go through F, G, H, I, J, K, all the way through, deleting all the unnecessary games which don't need to be there. It's just bloatware, most of it. And try and make that 12 megs into about 400 megs somehow. So I can get, I've done B, but I haven't done A yet. So I need to get A in there, C and D into that games 1. Yeah, so I've already transferred the numbers, which is 0. I've already transferred that over manually, but now I need to sort the others. Right, next day. It was a bit late last night. Can't remember where I'm up to. So at the moment, these two, one's called Games and one's called Games 1. Well, Games 1 is the main one, which I've now renamed the folder A to Z Games. I got rid of the A500 underscore A600. Didn't need to be there. So I need to name that Games. This folder here, just got other bits in it, like graphics programs, Paint and Turbo Print, stuff like that. So, well, 3 things. There's PDA games here, public domain. But, I mean, I've got them anyway on the other one, but I've kept them here anyway, just in case. And then there's demos on here as well, in this one. So this one, I'm going to rename as Stuff, I think, yeah, because that's a really clever name. So, Stuff. And then I can rename this one Games. Oh, I could have just done that, but never mind. Games. Like that. Now, I need to reassign them. So, I need to go to Run. I need to keep that down there. Well, I'll do it in a minute. Settings. Startup. Assign. Because at the moment, demos, and it's looking in the folder Games. Well, that doesn't exist anymore. Well, it does, but not for demos. So, click on the 2 dots. I can't remember. It's too early. It's about 8:30 at the minute. And that should be Stuff. And then the one where it's pointing to Games should be, well, Games 1 should be Games. And then right click at the top, go down and click Save. Come out of that, come out of that, come out of that. I'll put that over there a minute. Put them back over there. Put that down there. And then take a snapshot of that. a snapshot all, so it'll remember where everything is. And now I have to do a soft reboot, because any of the changes don't take effect till you've rebooted it, because it's assigned. So when it starts up like it's doing now, it'll go through that assigned and say, oh, this is where the games are, this is where the demos are. And if you don't do the reset, it won't do anything. It'll just come up looking for A games, and that's it. Now, files, and then we need to add games. Double click on that, and it'll go through this process. It's looking for all the games, WHD load games now, and it'll take a while because there's a lot of games on there. So yeah, but what I will do, I'll have to redo it again later, because I'm going to clear out from U onwards any of the games I don't need on there as well, just to make a bit more room on that games folder. And then do the exact same process for add demos, and it'll do the same. I'll bring it back when that's done, because it's going to take a while. Right, 15 minutes later. So now it just comes up, once it's done, it says all done, hit return to exit. So just do that, and that'll clear off. Do the exact same for the demos, add demos. I'm trying to get this video done as fast, well, not as fast as possible. I'm nearly finished, it's only this bit and then it's the end of the video. But I need to get it done because them two, these two here, are off out tomorrow. Oh, it's done. I'm off out tomorrow on a hunt, so I need to get this done and take 15 hours of video footage and crunch it down into a watchable 20, 30 minute might be a bit long for some video. So while that's doing, I can sort out the rifles for tomorrow. So it's a bit of a rush this morning. That's why I was doing it late last night, because I didn't want to be here all day doing this while I need to get them ready as well. So that's that. So now, just to, why is my workbench moved up there? Get back down there. Oh no, I'll leave it there actually. I will leave it there. So now when I want to start games, double click run, and then you've got games there or demos there. So just click games once. It'll take a while because there's a big list. It won't take a huge while, but it'll take a minute or so. I scroll all the way down. A, oh, that's the B, C, D, E, F, G. So there you go. They're all there now. They're all in the right place. And same with demos, but won't bother with demos. So you can start a game just through that. There's no iGame on this, so you right click. There's no iGame on here at all. Go into stuff. So there's the graphic stuff and public domain games, and then go into games, and it's A to Z games, and there's all the games. At some point I need to change these icons because they're a bit naff, but it don't matter. That's it, it's done. Only an extra 20 minutes, I could have done it last night, but so what I will be doing is I'll take an image of the CF card and I'll reburn that with Blender Etcher onto this SD card, which I got sent. So then that image is the correct way for that. And then I'll have that as my permanent one, and then I'll burn another image from that to another SD card for a 600, which I've got to recap. Which I'm not doing in any rush because I'm in no rush for it. I might buy well, I don't know, reproduction box for it. The only other things I need to do is touch, like I said, touch up these two little bits here, because I'm not happy about them two little bits, but everything else is gone. All the rust spots and everything's all gone. And the I'm still debating on the badges, because they're original badges. I mean, they're not terrible. It needs resticking, so I'll have to heat it up, peel it off if I want to keep it, and then re-glue it back on properly, double-sided sticky tape. It's just a bit faded there. This one, there's nothing wrong with the keyboard badge. And that's it, basically. That's the Amiga 2000 HD. Anyway, thanks for watching. I didn't want to see you again because, like I said, I'm not going to do a video on the 600. It just needs a recap. And I've already started on it anyway. And then Burn a new image. And that's that one. I ain't putting an accelerator card in it or anything. It's just as it is. It's 2 meg now. So it'll be enough to run some of the games. Hope you have a great new year, 2026. See ya. Yeah.